Another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. And here are the East All-Stars now. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Paul George. And it's Lowry in at the point. Took him no time at all on that one. Westbrook's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the West All-Stars. Lowry kicks to Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Westbrook, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. We talked about the game, and Coach made it clear that he was going to do everything he could to have a very small presence in the game. These guys know what they're doing, and nobody wants to see me calling timeouts or anything. I'm going to roll the ball out and let them play. Just what players could hope for.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And there's Paul George on the assist by Lowry. George has got his first basket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Westbrook with a screen for Curry. Three-pointer. They get it back. The West All-Stars on D. LeBron right side. The shot by Wade, wide open. Cans it from downtown. Wade's got himself on the board with 3 there. To the middle, here's Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Down low, Leonard with the steal. Here's Curry. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Here's Wade following the basket by Stephen Curry. The feed now to James. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Inside, here's Anthony, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. So the West ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for the East. Andre Drummond's checked in for LeBron. Jimmy Butler comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Thomas subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And that And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take so far on what the East All-Stars are doing?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
On the court for the East All-Stars, Isaiah Thomas out there with DeRozan. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Thomas kicks to Drummond. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Bosh. Outside Butler, feeds to Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Thomas got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the East All-Stars. Paul kicks to Thompson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's DeRozan. Kicks to Drummond. Three-pointer. Drummond with another miss.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Davis is checked in for the West. Harden comes in for Thompson. Paul Millsap is checked in for the East. Wall comes in for Thomas. 4-on-3 break. Here's Davis. Here's Green. And it's sent back by Bosch. 1:29 left to play here in the half. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by the West. Al Paul. The drive by Green. Bosch with some nice D.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Down low, deflects the pass, and so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
And you know what, just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Catching up on changes for the West. Durant's checked in for Cousins. Kobe comes in for Draymond Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Paul. The East also changing it up. James checked in for Drummond. Paul George comes in for Chris Bosh. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Good. That's 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Westbrook's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. To the paint, knocked loose. Durant with the steal.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here. That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And Westbrook, here we go. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Whoa!
Good.
Woo! And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Special thanks to Kia for that, and a pretty tight.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith, and we've got a pretty even game underway at Air Canada Center. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Russell Westbrook out there with Steph Curry. And there's Bryant. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Durant in at the 5 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Anthony with it. He's got 7. The 15-footer, and he hits the jump shot. Anthony's got 9.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Launches it. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Durant against James, and then Durant with the dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
The West making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Durant. Aldridge comes in for Kobe. And it's Klay Thompson in for Russell Westbrook. Thomas kicks to Drummond. Back to Thomas. That one wide left.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Left side, DeRozan. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Curry. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars. Pass to DeRozan. Now the dish to Drummond. Off target with his 3. Pushing it up. Ahead. Here's Thompson. Again the miss by Thompson. And here are the East All-Stars. And the rejection by Leonard. Thompson from long range. Good. Thompson's got the lead up to 3 now for the West All-Stars.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Bosch drives in. Thompson against Thomas. And DeRozan kicks to Butler. And stolen by Cousins.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
With 4 seconds on the clock, Leonard no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a...
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. On the court right now for the East All-Stars. Anthony is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Wall. Then there's Lowry. And it's LeBron in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Wall dishes to Anthony. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the rejection by LeBron. Got a piece of it. Lowry against Green. From deep. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. The East making a switch. Wade's checked in. Just a tiny lead for him.
Yeah, but a chance to make it grow here.
Durant with a screen on Wall. And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Davis. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's a 7-point West All-Star lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's stolen by Davis. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And George kicks to Wade. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
Pass to Kobe from beyond the arc. No good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. From deep. Offensive rebound. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Wade.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're in front by 3. We've got 1:08 left in the game. So for the West, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Anthony Davis, and Curry subbed in for Paul. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. Westbrook passes to Durant, and he gets it to go.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
George dishes to James. Five to shoot. Baseline jumper. Nice D from Durant. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus. And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
Leonard kicks to Curry. Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Three-pointer, Lowry. The shot is off.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's